Do you ever wonder where your money goes each month? You work hard, but somehow it feels like your paycheck just vanishes. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. The good news? In just 7 days, you can take control of your spending and start saving more money without feeling deprived. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple step-by-step plan to cut unnecessary expenses and keep more of your hard-earned cash. Step 1. Track your spending for 24 hours. The first step to cutting unnecessary expenses is understanding exactly where your money is going. I know it might sound a bit tedious, but trust me, this will open your eyes. For the next 24 hours, track every single purchase you make, from your morning coffee to your streaming service subscription. Don't judge or change anything, just track it. Once you have everything written down, take a moment to look at the total. You might be surprised at how small purchases add up over time. This simple exercise is your first wake-up call and will help you identify areas where you can cut back. Step 2. Eliminate or reduce non-essential subscriptions. Subscriptions are the silent budget killers. Think about it: Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, food delivery services. They all seem small on their own, but over time they can add up to hundreds of dollars a year. Here's the trick: review all your subscriptions. If you're not using something regularly, cancel it. You'd be amazed at how much money you can save by cutting services you don't really need. For example, if you haven't used your gym membership in months, why are you paying for it? Or if you have 3 different music streaming services but only ever use one, can you reduce that to a single service? Do a quick audit, eliminate the ones that no longer serve you, and put that money aside for savings or investing instead. Step 3. Meal planning and cooking at home. Let's talk about food. If you're eating out or ordering takeout frequently, it's easy to blow your budget without even realizing it. But cooking at home doesn't just save you money, it's healthier too. Here's the plan. Create a simple meal plan for the week. You don't need anything fancy, just focus on easy, affordable meals. Write out your shopping list, stick to it, and resist the temptation to grab anything extra while you're at the store. By planning ahead, you'll avoid those last-minute decisions that lead to expensive restaurant meals or food delivery. Even just a few home-cooked meals a week can save you hundreds of dollars each month. Plus, you'll feel more in control of your finances. Step 4. Cut back on impulse purchases. Impulse purchases are the sneaky little expenses that eat away at your savings without you even noticing. We've all been there, walking into a store for one thing and leaving with a handful of items we didn't really need. Here's how to fight back. Before you buy anything, ask yourself 2 questions. Do I really need this right now? Can I wait 24 hours before making the purchase? If you're still thinking about it after a day, then go ahead. But if you've forgotten about it by tomorrow, that's a sign it wasn't as important as you thought. Use this technique to break the habit of mindless spending, and you'll start seeing your savings grow almost immediately. Step 5. Find cheaper alternatives for everyday expenses. One of the easiest ways to save money is by finding cheaper alternatives for things you buy regularly. And the best part? You don't have to sacrifice quality. For instance, instead of buying expensive coffee every morning, why not brew your own at home? If you typically grab lunch at a cafe, try meal prepping at the beginning of the week. Small changes like switching to a more affordable phone plan, canceling cable, or switching to generic brands can add up fast without sacrificing too much. Take a look at your regular expenses and see where you can make swaps. Over time, these small changes will have a big impact on your savings. Step 6. Set a realistic budget and stick to it. A budget is your best friend when it comes to saving money. But creating a budget that works doesn't mean restricting yourself to the point of frustration. Instead, it's about finding a balance that lets you save while still enjoying life. Start by dividing your income into 3 categories: necessities, rent, utilities, groceries. Savings, set aside a fixed amount, even if it's small. Discretionary spending, things like entertainment or dining out. A great rule of thumb is the 50/30/20 rule. 50% for necessities, 30% for discretionary spending, and 20% for savings. Adjust as needed based on your own financial goals. The key is consistency. Once you set a budget, stick to it, and watch your savings grow over time. Now that you've got the strategies, it's time to put them into action. Cutting unnecessary expenses doesn't have to be overwhelming or leave you feeling deprived. It's about making smarter choices that align with your goals. By tracking your spending, eliminating subscriptions, cooking at home, avoiding impulse buys, finding cheaper alternatives, and setting a budget, you're already on your way to saving more money, and it only gets easier from here. Remember, the small changes you make today will lead to bigger financial freedom tomorrow. Take the first step, stay consistent, and watch how quickly your savings grow. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use these tips. And don't forget to check out our next video, where we'll dive deeper into building the habits that lead to long-term financial success.